Hello everyone, welcome back to Mom Esther channel. So today, as usual, I will run through the general daily market analysis, and then we shall see if there are any good opportunities today on on the stock market. All right, let's just take a look. Oh, by the way, this CHL, right? China Mobile is one of the stock pick in my position. It's one of my position. Yeah, so it's going downtrend beautifully. This is actually a shopping position where it actually went downtrend very nicely. So continue to hold. So right now, let us look at the S&P 500. Well, it actually retraced quite beautifully, right? It retraced at this level, which is very nice. It retraced at this EMA 20, right? This is EMA 10, EMA 20. So it retraced beautifully at the EMA 20, all right? And then after that, it actually after a retracement that night, and then it actually pushed back up, the price actually pushed back up again after touching the EMA 20, right? So it's still generally the market is still quite bullish. I mean, in my opinion, the market is actually quite bullish. It is quite well. First of all, I want to make the disclaimer. This is not a recommendation to place any position. It is basically this video serve as entertainment and education purposes. All right, and it also records my personal investment journey. All right, so yeah, my personal opinion is this daily candle actually retrace down to 20 EMAs, and then it actually the price actually pushed back at the closing. And the weekly charts for SPX is also very bullish. So last week actually closed below the previous week's high. Yeah, so I think generally it is still bullish because to me 2580 is the main support. I mean, my personal opinion, 2580 is actually the main support right now. It actually just moved down a little bit. Let's see how the market go this week, whether it's another candle week or it continue to go bullish, right? So this is SPX. And then another one I would like to take a look is, usually I like to take a look at NASDAQ. So for NASDAQ, it actually the weekly candle also there's last week was a new high, right? Then after that, the next week, previous week was a new high. Then ended up the week after it closed below the new high. So on NASDAQ, it is still a bullish trend. It hasn't even touched 10 EMA. How about the daily chart? Let's look at the daily chart. So for daily chart, NASDAQ already touched the 20 EMAs. Let's see whether it will go down further to 40 EMAs or whether it will bounce back up from 20 EMAs, right? We will see how it goes, but to me, still bullish, right? Because I think bounce back up from 20 EMAs or between 20 to 40 EMAs are generally a very good retracement level where where I can actually place a medium-term position on this kind of short-term retracement. So yep, this is the general market. Let's look at Amazon, see how it goes. Amazon, I haven't really entered into any position because there's no signal to enter. I'm actually waiting for it to break up. I'm actually waiting for Amazon to break up from this triangle, to break up here from this triangle to enter. But I'm actually waiting for it to break up from this triangle, and that's where I want to enter. However, it doesn't really break up. Instead, it actually moves down. It actually moves down, right? Yeah, quite surprisingly that it actually moves down. And then, let's continue to watch out for this and then see is there any opportunity where I can enter upon the breakout. So this is Amazon. How about Tesla? Let's look at those large cap stocks. So Tesla also moved towards not even 20 EMA, just 10 EMAs, and then it moves up again. So Tesla also have the same. So Tesla last time also have the same, break up from wedge. So basically, there's a wedge here, and then another one here. Then once break out, right, it actually moves up, right? Here also the same. Right, once break out, it actually moves up. Once moves up, it can actually retrace back to the same level. So sometimes Tesla is very nice for trading, for trader to trade if you know when is the time to, it will move up and then it will come down. Once it moves down, there's another wedge created, then it may break out again. This is Tesla, very common patterns for Tesla. So I'm waiting to see whether Amazon will have the same pattern, right? Same pattern. Right now it's very beautifully at this triangle. Let's see whether it will break out. And yeah, so for today, my stock scanning for today is no new stocks. It's not that no new stock. There are stocks that there are certain stocks that is like SEDG. I actually managed to scan this SEDG stock, which is there is signal to buy at this candle. So the signal is where if today open market price above this candle, then above this candle high, then it can actually trigger. However, even though this is the first signal entry for this particular stock SEDG, but I do not want to enter into this stock because it hasn't break new high. This is the new high, right? I mean, this is the previous high. So if I enter now, it could move back down at this resistance level. It hasn't break the resistance level. Usually, if a stock hasn't break above the resistance level, I don't enter. So this is the one that I managed to find out today, but I'm not going to enter. So that's why it's not in my watch list. So this is not in my watch list. So so the last entry, the last stock that we have in our watch list is actually on the 7th of December, which has already triggered. But until then, since 7th of December, there's no new scan. I mean, no new SPY signal. let me share with you what is the current position that I'm having. So basically, this daily market analysis video for this particular daily video that I'm uploading is basically based on a system that I subscribe and look for any stocks that have potential buy or sell signal. So since the day I started this video recording, so these are the watch lists that are still running, or these are the portfolio or the position that are still running using this system that I paid for. So I'm trying to test out whether this system really allows me to generate uh, profits from using this system. So right now, whatever that I managed to screen out from this system, this is the trade positions that I'm still holding on right now. So for now, Microsoft is still holding, TSM is still holding. This is the date that I placed the trades, right? Everything is still holding. BLDR is still holding on. However, BLDR has dropped to a certain support level. So I'm going to watch out for this particular stock. If let's say it drops further to a certain drops below a certain support, I may want to consider to close off my trade before even the sell signal. Let's see how it goes, or I'll just wait for sell signal I'll just wait for sell signal. Why I may want to wait for sell signal is because since all my position, did I manage to share screen? Since all my positions are actually, so this is BLDR, there may be a potential sell signal. I'm going to watch out very closely on this. See whether the price close below 40 EMA. If the price close below 40 EMA, I may consider to close off the trade even before the stop loss, right? Otherwise, I may wait for sell signal from the system to tell me that there is a sell signal where I need to place a sell position. I will see how it goes, and then but however, because all the stocks that I entered actually are mostly in a gain right now. So basically all are in a gains, right? You can see that TSM are still running at a gain, FTCH running at a gain, ZG running at a gain. Basically all these stocks are all running at a gain except this one. $37 now is $35, and then WSM is also from 111 to 105 dollars. The rest are all running at a gain. So this CHL is actually a shorting position that I managed to find from the scanner, and now it's also running at a gain because the stock actually continue to move downtrend. This is a shorting position. The rest are all a long position, right? Like all these are all running at the gain right now. As you can see, Netflix is like no movement, but we will give it a chance, right? Because it's a weekly swing long, we give it a chance for 4 to 5 weeks to run. Okay, so team also running at the gain. Everything is running at the gain. So most likely BLDR and WSM, I will give it a chance that are only triggered when there's a sell signal, or I may want to release the position early. If I don't feel comfortable with the position, I may just release the position early. Let's see whether it break below 40 EMA. So let us take a quick look on WSM, see whether so it's still hovering between 20 to 40 EMA. Let's see whether the closing break below 40 EMA. If it is, then most likely can consider to close. But however, you can see that the trend is generally very beautiful. Usually when it retrace down, it will move back up. It will move back up, but we shall see how it goes. This is a general trend. Trend may change. All right. So let's see how it goes. So that's all for today. Basically, these are what I have. These are the positions that I'm having. And yeah, it basically have close to 20 positions already, right? There is about 15 position here, 15 or 14 position right here. So it is very close to 20 positions already. 20 position is the max that I'm going to take, that I'm going to tolerate, because each position I will risk 5% of my capital. That means my stop loss is at 5% of my capital. For each position that I enter, my stop loss is limit to 5% of my capital. So the max position that I can stretch to is actually 20 positions. So I already have about 14 to 15 positions right here. So I will just let it run it as it is, because there's no new opportunities anyway. And if I manage to find any shorting positions, I will continue to look for positions to short if there is, as a hedge. Right now, I only have one position to hedge, which is I think is a little bit unbalanced. But if there is a chance for me to look for a shorting position for me to hedge my overall portfolio, I will enter. So this is right now what I'm having, and that's all for today's session. And I see you again tomorrow. So that's all for today, general market analysis, and I see you again tomorrow. Okay, bye bye for now. Bye.